Ladies and gentlemen, the wait is finally over. The full schedule for the Pittsburgh Steelers 2025 season has been officially released, and it's time to dive deep into every single matchup on their journey this year. We are talking about 17 intense games ahead for the iconic black and gold, each one packed with drama, rivalries, and storylines that could define this new chapter in Steelers history. And believe me, the opening week already promises fireworks. The Steelers will hit the road to face the New York Jets at the MetLife Stadium, a game that feels way more personal than just your typical season opener. Here's the twist. The Jets' expected starting quarterback, the man most likely to take the reins of their offense, has a very particular reason to circle this date on his calendar. Why? Because he's about to face the very same franchise that once trusted him, only to see that relationship end in a complicated offseason departure. Across the field, standing under center for the Steelers, we might see a quarterback making his first official appearance for Pittsburgh. And guess where? That's right, back at MetLife Stadium, facing the team he recently left behind. This matchup is dripping with drama, with both quarterbacks having a score to settle, personal narratives intertwining with team ambitions, making this one of the absolute must-watch games of Week 1. But it doesn't stop there. If this high-profile quarterback indeed finalizes his deal with Pittsburgh, Week 2 could turn into another emotional roller coaster. The Steelers will return home for their grand debut at Acrisure Stadium, hosting none other than the Seattle Seahawks. Why is this significant? Because one of the wide receivers expected to shine in black and gold will be squaring off against his former team for the first time. This will also mark his home debut for the Steelers, a double layer of anticipation. Think about it. Stepping onto Acrisure's turf, with the terrible towels waving, to face a team that once counted on you, while also being part of a major quarterback storyline. The Steelers made a bold decision choosing this quarterback over other potential options, and that choice will surely be under the microscope during this clash with Seattle. Moving forward, Week 3 presents a different kind of challenge. The Steelers are set to travel to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots. Now, don't let last season's struggles fool you. The Patriots have been quietly rebuilding, and early indications suggest they've significantly improved. Facing them on their home turf could be trickier than many expect. It's not just about battling a storied franchise, but also outsmarting a legendary head coach and a young, promising quarterback eager to make a statement. Winning in Foxborough has never been easy, and this trip will put Pittsburgh's early season form to the test. But wait, there's more international flavor coming. Week 4 will take the Steelers all the way to Dublin, Ireland, to face the Minnesota Vikings. This matchup isn't just a football game, it's a cultural event. It's been a long time since Pittsburgh has played overseas, and the chance to see the black and gold in Europe adds a unique layer of excitement. Imagine the sea of Steelers fans flooding the Aviva Stadium, bringing the Pittsburgh spirit across the Atlantic. The Vikings, with their explosive offense and a talented quarterback leading the charge, will not make it easy. This will be a showcase game, a celebration of football on a global stage, and a memory fans will cherish for years. After the adventure in Ireland, the Steelers will enjoy a well-deserved bye week in Week 5. And while that break offers time to regroup, the schedule doesn't ease up. In Week 6, Pittsburgh returns home to face the Cleveland Browns. Historically, games after a bye have favored the Steelers, thanks in large part to coaching that excels at maximizing rest and preparation. Facing Cleveland at this point feels like an opportunity to gain momentum. The Browns have talent, no doubt, but compared to other post-bye opponents, this matchup could be considered one of the more favorable on the Steelers' slate. Still, complacency is a dangerous game, and Pittsburgh will need to stay sharp. Fast forward to Week 7, and we've got another classic AFC North battle as the Steelers hit the road for a Thursday night clash against the Cincinnati Bengals. Prime time, divisional rivalry, and high stakes, it doesn't get much better than that. If the anticipated quarterback move goes through, this game could morph into a heavyweight duel, pitting Pittsburgh's new signal caller against Cincinnati's franchise star. Think of the narratives: two elite quarterbacks, two fan bases that can't stand each other, and a division race that could swing on the outcome of this game. It's exactly the kind of matchup that makes Thursday night football worth watching. And speaking of emotional returns, Week 8 will deliver a showdown that fans have been circling for months. The Pittsburgh Steelers will welcome the Green Bay Packers to Acrisure Stadium for a Sunday night football spectacle. What makes this game so special? It will be the first time Aaron Rodgers faces his former team since leaving Green Bay. Should he officially sign with Pittsburgh, this game instantly becomes one of the headline events of the entire season. Rodgers against his old squad, under the bright lights of Sunday night, with fans and media dissecting every pass, every decision, every glance across the sideline. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the atmosphere will be electric. Rolling into Week 9, the Steelers will continue their homestand, hosting Shane Steichen and the Indianapolis Colts. Coming off back-to-back primetime appearances, this game might feel like a breather, but make no mistake, Indianapolis is a team on the rise. The Colts are building something solid, and every game matters in the playoff race. Pittsburgh will need to bring their A-game to maintain momentum and avoid any trap scenarios. Week 10 sees the Steelers heading to Los Angeles for yet another Sunday night football battle, this time against the Chargers at SoFi Stadium. This contest promises to be a physical slugfest. We're talking about trench warfare, with both teams relying on strong offensive lines and punishing ground attacks. Najee Harris will be a key figure here, facing a Chargers defense that has struggled against the run. Adding another layer of intrigue, this could be a homecoming of sorts for Aaron Rodgers, returning to Los Angeles, a city that has become a second home for him. All signs point to a hard-fought, bruising encounter where every yard will be earned the hard way. Back to divisional matters in Week 11, Pittsburgh will host the Cincinnati Bengals for their second meeting of the season. By this point, the playoff picture will start taking shape, and divisional games will carry even greater weight. Another chance for a pivotal win at home, and another opportunity to see how the Steelers' new offensive identity measures up against one of the AFC's best. Week 12 brings an exciting trip to Chicago, where the Steelers will face off against the Bears at Soldier Field. This game promises to be more than just a cold-weather battle. Chicago's rookie sensation, Caleb Williams, alongside innovative head coach Ben Johnson, will be looking to turn the Bears into legitimate contenders. It's a matchup of experience versus youth, tradition versus fresh energy, and it could be one of the sneaky good games on Pittsburgh's schedule. As we move into the final stretch, Week 13 offers no respite. The Steelers will welcome Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills to Acrisure Stadium. The Bills have been perennial contenders in recent years, and this late-season clash could have massive playoff implications. It's going to be a test of physicality, mental toughness, and postseason readiness. Pittsburgh will need to bring the heat in every aspect to secure a win against a powerhouse like Buffalo. Week 14 has the Steelers traveling to Baltimore for a fierce showdown with the Ravens. Anytime these two teams meet, it's a battle of wills, and this game will be no different. The Ravens, always a tough out at home, will be looking to assert dominance, while Pittsburgh will aim to steal a critical divisional victory on the road. This is the kind of old-school AFC North brawl that defines seasons and builds legends. In Week 15, the Dolphins come to town for a chilly December matchup on Monday Night Football. Miami's high-octane offense, led by Tua Tagovailoa, has shown vulnerability in colder conditions, and Pittsburgh's defense will be licking their chops at the chance to capitalize. The Steel City's winter winds, combined with a primetime home crowd, could create the perfect storm for a Steelers statement game. Expect a hard-hitting affair where Pittsburgh's physical style could wear down the speed-centric Dolphins. Week 16 takes the Steelers to Detroit for a clash with the Lions, a team that has grown into a legitimate Super Bowl contender. This late-season duel will test Pittsburgh's resilience against one of the NFC's toughest squads. Detroit's physical brand of football will challenge the Steelers in the trenches, and the outcome could have ripple effects in the playoff race. As the season winds down, Week 17 sees Pittsburgh face the Browns once more, this time on the road. With playoff spots potentially on the line, this divisional battle could carry extra weight. Every snap, every drive will matter as the Steelers aim to assert their dominance over a familiar foe. And then comes the grand finale. Week 18, Steelers versus Ravens. A matchup that has delivered countless classic moments over the years. If the AFC North title is up for grabs, this game could go down as one of the most thrilling season finales in recent memory. Picture it. Heinz Field packed, the atmosphere electric with everything on the line. Rivalry, revenge, respect, it all culminates here. That's the kind of season we're looking at, folks. An emotional roller coaster from start to finish, filled with revenge games, primetime spectacles, and brutal divisional wars. Steelers fans, buckle up because 2025 is going to be one wild ride. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a stunning turn of events in the NFL offseason, Aaron Rodgers has confirmed his arrival at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The future Hall of Famer, who had spent his entire illustrious career with the Green Bay Packers, has made a significant career move, leaving fans and pundits alike in shock. Rodgers' decision to join the Steelers not only marks the end of an era in Green Bay, but also reshapes the AFC landscape, with the Steelers now bolstered by one of the league's greatest quarterbacks. For the Steelers, this signing is more than just about adding another star player. It's about injecting a new sense of optimism and belief into a franchise that has been in transition over the past few seasons. After the retirement of Ben Roethlisberger, the Steelers have been searching for the right man to lead the offense, and Rodgers' arrival could be the answer to their prayers. The move also signifies the organization's commitment to competing at the highest level and pushing for another Super Bowl title in the near future. Rodgers, for his part, has expressed excitement about his new chapter with the Steelers. In an official statement, he stated, "I'm thrilled to join the Pittsburgh Steelers and to be a part of such a storied franchise. I've always had tremendous respect for their history, their fans, and the city of Pittsburgh. I'm excited to get to work and do everything I can to help this team win championships." His arrival is already creating a buzz in Pittsburgh, where fans are eager to see their new quarterback in action and to witness what could be a new era for the franchise. This move is not without its challenges. Rodgers is stepping into a new system, and it will take time for him to develop chemistry with his new teammates. However, given his track record, many believe he will quickly adjust and elevate the Steelers' offense to new heights. The Steelers' receiving core, including the talented Deontay Johnson and George Pickens, will now have a quarterback capable of delivering the ball with precision and timing, while the team's running game, led by Najee Harris, will benefit from the attention Rodgers will undoubtedly draw from opposing defenses. Rodgers' arrival in Pittsburgh also raises questions about the future of the AFC. The conference is already stacked with talent, featuring quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow. However, the addition of a player of Rodgers' caliber to the mix only intensifies the competition. The Steelers are now positioned to be a legitimate threat in the playoff race, and their success will depend on how quickly Rodgers can mesh with his new team and how well the rest of the squad plays around him. For the Green Bay Packers, the departure of Rodgers marks the end of an era. The team now faces the challenge of transitioning to a new quarterback while dealing with a massive void left by one of the best players to ever wear a Packers uniform. However, while Packers fans may be grieving the loss of Rodgers, the Steelers fan base is already celebrating the beginning of what could be a new golden age for the franchise. As the NFL season progresses, all eyes will be on Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Will this move prove to be the catalyst that propels the Steelers back into Super Bowl contention? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. The AFC just got a lot more exciting. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.